This is Sanjeev Mahindra, and you are listening to Blogging Monthly. Subscribe to the podcast to get all the latest news and updates around blogging. Hey everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Blogging Monthly. I know it's been some time that we have done an episode of this podcast. There were some personal issues due to which I was not able to focus on this podcast in the last few months. Since most of it is sorted now, I am planning to be more consistent with the updates going forward. We are coming to the last quarter of 2021, which is scheduled to bring some of the exciting updates for webmasters. So let's start and check what's in store for us. So let's start with the next update of WordPress, which hopefully will be the last major update for this year, WordPress 5.9. WordPress 5.9 will take the full site editing capabilities forward and provide many updates to the Gutenberg editor. So first, let's talk about the Gutenberg editor updates. The editor is always scheduled to get some of the updates since all the major release of WordPress includes month of work done on the Gutenberg plugin. This release is no different and will include some regular incremental updates. Some of the important features coming to Gutenberg blog are intrinsic web design. The responsive controls for the WordPress themes are not available on the block level, which creates a problem when you try to use multiple different blocks together in a responsive layout. This update is planning to solve this problem by providing the responsive controls on the block level. This is more important as you can use a same block at many different places, now including at widgets areas. So their ability to take any shape and fit in any place becomes more and more important. This update will provide more controls in the hand of block creators so that they can define the responsive controls for each block and they all will work together nicely. Another update will be the user interface to edit the theme.json. In 5.8, developers got the ability to define the theme.json file which contains the block features and display controls. In the next update, WordPress will introduce an interface to edit the theme.json right from the WordPress interface. This way, user can define the global styles for all the blocks and style content across blocks. Gallery block in the WordPress is also getting an update. Currently, the gallery block combines images but does not provide similar customization as image block. With the new refactor gallery block, it will combine image blocks and provide customization for individual images. If you want to know more about the WordPress 5.9 Gutenberg update, there is a link in the show notes where you can find more details about it. WordPress 5.9 will also enable the full site editing across site. With the last update, full site editing was already included in certain part of the site like widgets. I do not use the widget editing screen much as most of my blogs are not using sidebars, and remaining widget areas are updated using elements in GeneratePress theme. But with the last update, we can definitely create any block in those widget areas and edit them using the Gutenberg editor. Now with the upcoming update, these functionalities should be extended to other areas of WordPress like header, footer, etc. So it will be easy to design and manage most of the site layout from the known editing interface of Gutenberg editor. Another small update which will have big impact on the site loading speed is how WordPress handles lazy loading. Currently, WordPress lazy loads all the images, so in this case it impacts the LCP, which is one of the metrics for core web vitals. Since images above the fold will also lazy load, it increases the time to load those elements. I personally manage the LCP with the help of WP Rocket. I use WP Rocket to add the lazy loading for the images on my site, but also adds skip-lazy class for above the fold images. This way, above the fold images loads on time and LCP is managed. With the new update, WordPress will stop adding the lazy load tag for above the fold images. So blocks which are not using any techniques to manage the LCP will see huge improvement in their LCP score after this update. It's good to see that WordPress is looking into site loading speeds and making improvements which can increase user experience out of the box. So let's talk about our second topic of discussion, latest update to DV Builder and theme from Elegant Themes. It has received a major update last month with a big performance boost. One of the major problems with any of the WordPress page builders are resource consumptions. Since Google is focusing more and more towards the page speed optimization, extra resources always add more burden. For example, previously Divi used to load 800 KB of CSS on each and every page. It didn't matter if you are using that CSS or not, it will be loaded on each and every page of your site. Now, with the new update, Divi has divided the CSS into multiple small CSS parts and dynamically combined the CSS needed for the page, which will reduce the overall size of the resource loaded on the page. Elegant Themes claim that the overall reduction on a simple page is almost 90%, which should give a huge boost to page speed. It also has other optimization features like JavaScript optimization, critical CSS loading, above the fold resource loading, etc. Its new dynamic PHP and CSS module only process what is needed and keep the page size small. Also, if the CSS snippets are small enough, it will keep them inline only so that there are no render blocking requests. Their test sites give a near perfect score for Divi theme, but we will need to see how it performs in the real world scenario. Overall, it's a good update and in line with what Google is asking for the page experience from the webmasters. There is a detailed article link in the show notes. You can check more details on it from there. Thrive Themes has also launched a new plugin called Thrive Automator, which is part of their Thrive Suite membership. The plugin will allow to set up backend automation between WordPress plugins by providing triggers and actions. Currently, the plugin is launched in the open beta and would play nice with Thrive Suite plugins. On a long run, Thrive Themes wants to open the plugin to third-party vendors so that they can also contribute towards the triggers and actions. If you have a Thrive Suite membership, which allows you to manage your WordPress site at a one low cost, you can use this plugin to create additional automated workflows on your site. For example, if your users have completed a specific chapter in your course, you can plan to send them an automated note or extra reading material, or decide to enroll them in a specific quiz from Thrive Quiz Builder. It has some triggers for basic WordPress or WooCommerce sections also. For example, you can add a customer to specific email list once they purchase any product on the WooCommerce store. You can also send a copy of your ebook or any other goodies once the user signed up on your site. So go ahead and check out Thrive Automator WordPress plugin and have fun creating some new automated workflows. I have a link for Thrive Automator in the show note. So if you want to check out the plugin, you can use that link. Another news is around a new WordPress plugin called Studio Cart. Studio Cart is one of the cart funnel software for WordPress, which can create automated upsell or downsell funnels on your site. It's an easy software which allows you to sell ebooks or digital goodies on your site while easily creating upsell opportunities. You don't need any external software to create upsell offers. This plugin will allow you to create upsell pages from the WordPress dashboard itself and will show it to the customer when they will try to buy your product. The cart is responsive and can be easily designed with the help of Studio Cart. You can design most of the funnel as you are writing your post or pages on WordPress. Easy thing is that it integrates with all the design tools available on your site. So you can use any page builder to build your sales and checkout pages. Currently, Studio Cart is running a LTD lifetime deal at AppSumo. So if you are interested in this kind of a software, you should check this lifetime deal so that you can get this kind of a software at a one-time cost rather than a yearly subscriptions. So this brings us to the close of this episode. Is there something else you would like to listen or like us to cover as part of this Blogging Monthly series? Please write us to bm.feedback@metablog.com. I will just repeat it once again. BM, B for blogging, M for monthly. So bm.feedback@metablog.com. If you have any tips for the news around blogging, you can also send it to us on bm.tips@metablog.com. You can always connect with us on Twitter or Facebook. On Twitter, we are available at twitter.com/metablog and on Facebook, facebook.com/metablog.